Oh hey, it's Barry, and there's a huge upgrade that's come to the PS5. You can get it right now, really free and easy to get. They're rolling out a new feature in incremental upgrades right now, baby steps as they say, and it's the first time that something like this has been done on a console of any type under any brand. And of course, we're going to talk about that, how it affects your consoles, how do you get it, and how well does it run on your PS5 right now. But before we do, I'd really appreciate it if you could just smash that like button and hit that subscribe bell, as it really help out the channel. I really appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first game ever to be released on PlayStation 5 with FSR 3 is out right now, and you can simply download it to test out the technology on your PlayStation 5. If you don't know, FSR 3 is AMD's Fidelity FX Super Resolution, the third edition. It uses a combination of super resolution, temporal upscaling technology, and frame generation to deliver a massive increase in frame rates in supported games. And getting frame rates to stick on a PlayStation 5 does seem to be getting harder and harder as new games release, as we have been getting a bunch of games dipping below the 60 FPS mark, games like Final Fantasy. So the PS5 getting something like this does seem like incredible news, a huge frame rate boost to give gamers around the world better experiences while playing their games. And fun fact, AMD also provides the chips and technology that power the Xbox, so FSR 3 being brought over onto PlayStation 5 is a really good sign. It has been used before on PlayStation games, although it was an older version of FSR, giving less updates and upgrades overall. But this is a really good sign, as AMD does power the Xbox as well, and that means FSR 3 can be coming to the Xbox, improving frame rates. We know the Series X has been getting panned for having bad games. Bad performing games, opposed to the PlayStation 5. And of course, FSR coming to both consoles is great. We're gonna see brand new games coming out with FSR 3, looking to improve the frame rates furthermore. And of course, the PS5 Pro is coming out soon, so getting these benefits on top of a brand new PlayStation 5 Pro does seem like quite the holiday this year. I'll definitely be looking forward to this. FSR 3 is crazy. But Ascendant Studios has announced that Immortals of a Venom will be the first game to support AMD FSR 3 on consoles. This feature will arrive across one of two game updates in the upcoming weeks. The first one is already live right now, and it included HDR to Immortals of a Venom. The game launched back in August of last year without high dynamic range HDR, a common issue with Unreal Engine 5 titles. But the bigger and more substantial patch, 1.0.6.4, is expected in the coming weeks and will add AMD FSR 3 frame generation to its consoles for the first time. The tech aims to increase the frame rate of the game via inserted interpolated frames, and this game was released by EA and Ascendant Studios. And Immortals of a Venom is actually a very ambitious game. It's a first person shooter game that uses three forms of magic, and you have no guns. It's a first person shooter with no guns. I know it's pretty weird, but they make it work somehow. And it's actually pretty fun. It's a pretty unique game, something you probably never played anything too identical or similar to it, as it is pretty out there. But you should definitely give it a try, as it is free on PlayStation Plus right now. So if FSR 3 interests you and Immortals of a Venom, you're down to try it out. It is a single player game, so no live service or no co-op, which is also a pretty good thing. A first person game with light platforming, but AMD has confirmed that when Immortals of a Venom gets its FSR 3 patch on consoles, the PC version will also get the same update. This means that PC users will also be able to enjoy FSR 3, and alongside FSR 3, VRR support is also going to be added for TVs and monitors for both consoles and PCs, and this will improve the game's frame pacing and reduce screen tearing. And FSR3 is quite a big deal for AMD and its supported games. It is the most robust version of FSR to date, and it includes upscaling and frame generation under one roof. While there are some hiccups for AMD to iron out, such as using VRR with FSR3 on PC, the company says over time it will have more support and added features. Immortals of a Venom is the first console game to support FSR3, so all eyes are on Ascendant Studios to see how they implement the feature and what it does to benefit the game. If you recall, Immortals of a Venom was one of the more controversial games of 2023 due to its shoddy visuals and performance on consoles. It ran at a measly 436 pixels on the Xbox Series S and 720p on the PS5. I doubt FSR3 is going to improve the visual polish of the game, but perhaps it will improve the performance as it is setting out to improve frame rates and make games more smooth. And I'm sure that this upgrade will give this game a much needed boost of popularity. People will probably go back and try it out as it is a pretty cool game. However, I'm excited to see what the future of this holds, see which games they bring it to next, and which games we can get boosted frame rates. I'm sure Grand Theft Auto is definitely going to use something of this sort to have better frame rates on their system. And of course, there's new games that's planned to be releasing when Sony does their huge reveal. However, I really wanna know what you guys think about all this down in the comment section below. I read every one of my comments, and I really appreciate you being here to this point. Thank you so much for watching this video. Smash that like and subscribe button so you know when I drop new content. And as always, have a great day.